Yeah. Look out your window. Knicks fans is on your block. Y'all know the Knicks run the city. Pull them shades back. Look out your window. Look down there on the block. That's Knicks fans right there. It's about that time. It's about that time of the week where you get ready for your work week with the man that is so smooth he does not require a chaser. Your man, the real, still the real Anthony D. And your man, Jersey's finest, the hood representative, Uncle Freezy. Yo. Party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one chief rocking this universe. Your main man, Uncle Freezy. You are watching Old School Knicks with my man, still the real Anthony D. Coming through to talk that talk the way that y'all like to have that talk to y'all. What's good, party people? Indiana on the docket tonight. Let's go. Let's go.
Where they going?
AD, what feel realer? What feel more real than the Knicks and the Pacers in the NBA playoffs?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Salute Nick
You that
Nation.
Patrice Russian.
Absolutely.
Feels so real that you just can't
so
let go.
real. Don't get me start singing out here, Freezy. Salute Nick Nation. Thank you for joining us for this impromptu pre-game for the Knicks in Indiana. You know, Indiana, they've given me some of the worst days of my life.
Right.
My sports life, I should say.
Right.
I mean, let's just start where it's really started at. Game 1, 95. Oh, better yet. Let's give 94 some love since this is 30 years. Game 5. John Starks steps out. I think we're up by like whatever. It looked like game's over, right? Or better yet, game is under control, because it's only third quarter. They're not really doing much. And I don't know when it started. I think it was Spike. Spike might have been laughing or something a little too hard, and he just gave Reggie something to go. And that man went bananas. That man was hitting everything, every shot. He just went sick in that third quarter. I think he scored 25 in the third quarter. The memory serves me correct. He scores 25, and then we know what happened. They go up 3-2. I was never so shocked in my life. I never thought that we was going to, because we won the first 2 games. Yeah. So I'm thinking, at best, this is over in 5.
Over in 5.
We go to Market Square, which at that time, I believe that's what the name of the arena was.
Yeah, Market Square.
Right, Market Square Arena.
Yep.
And it looked like they was about to send us home because Patrick Ewing does not have a good game 6. He does not have a good game.
That was back when everybody's stadium name either had Garden in it, either had some type of market in it. Right. Yeah, everybody's arena had some type of center in it or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Back then.
There really wasn't any corporate sponsorships that was putting their names out front just yet.
Yeah. Right. This is back when stadiums used to be called the Omni.
Yes.
Or the Spectrum.
Or the Spectrum. Something fantabulous. Something like
Space Age.
And then it went to Blockbuster Arena. So shout out. You remember that? Blockbuster. When's the last time you said that?
Bro, the Pelicans play in Smoothie King Arena. What? You remember? It was the time we're talking about when Cats used to play in McNichols Arena. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Those were the days, bro.
Joe Louis Arena.
Joe Louis Arena.
Joe Louis Arena. But to stay where we are, it's always been something with Indiana. Because then in 94, as high as we were, I mean in 95, as high as we were from 94, or feeling as we're gonna get back, we know what happened, the year before, we're gonna get back. Here's Indiana all over again.
AD, can I push it back a little bit further?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Indiana was like a rock in our shoe, kind of like how Orlando is now, right? Like what we didn't have beef with Indiana. We was trying to overcome the Celtics. We had beef with the Bulls. We had beef with the Cavaliers. But this Indiana team showed up on the radar, and that Indiana team, they didn't have beef with Milwaukee, Chicago, Detroit. They had beef with us.
Yes.
And we were like, yo, of all these teams in y'all division, y'all go outside of y'all division to have beef with us.
We're built alike. It's the same thing. Scoring big, vicious granite-like forwards, the Davis brothers.
Yep.
Hayward Workman, Derek Harper, same thing.
Yeah.
Miller and Starks, they don't cancel each other out, but it's these. But you see what I'm saying?
Charles Smith and Derek McKee, same.
Derek McKee 6'10", but McKee's more so of the, he's more so of the forward guard.
That man was at 6'9", 6'10".
Should have been better. Should have been better. I thought Derek would have been better.
But all he did for all the teams he played for, bro, all he did was what was asked.
Yes.
He just did what was asked, bro. They was like, tonight you're gonna stick Isaiah Thomas, okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night you're gonna stick Michael Jordan, okay.
Bigger Middleton.
Yeah.
Like a bigger Chris Middleton, just could do everything and didn't take a lot of shots. You never saw him, he wasn't one of those chest bumping, but he was kind of quiet.
Always getting the key rebound, bro.
Yes.
Yo, he was like always the dude getting the key rebound. It's a scrum for the ball. McKee comes up with, and you're like, where the hell did he come from? Bro, Indiana, I'm gonna say this because I know Indiana fans will be watching because, when teams play each other, they show up in each other's chats and all that stuff. Indiana, y'all suck. That's all I got.
They did. They do.
Yeah.
We've always had something with them. It started from the 90s.
Yeah,
and
early 90s.
It's just always been something. Because if you remember, they're up 3-2 in 94. We're going back to Market Square.
Yep.
Seems like, and John Starks has the greatest game of his life.
Yep.
I think he scored 28.
Yeah.
Derek Harper had the biggest steal of his life.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the game, Vern Fleming I can't remember who got the rebound, but they hit Vern. Vern is about to roll for a layup, and Derek Harper just comes around him. Whack!
Yep.
As he's going, whack!
Yep.
Takes that, and we go on to, to have to come back for Game 7.
And the background to that, before Game 7, and the background to that. So for those that don't remember, the two favorites to be in the finals were the New York Knicks and the Seattle Supersonics, right?
Yes.
And both of those teams were down 3-2. And if I remember correctly, before our Game 6, Seattle lost. Right? And now people are like, oh, will another Titan go down? And this is years of us being a bridesmaid. And finally, when it's our turn, can we get over the hump? And that Game 6, bro,
and he takes a lot of he's taken a lot of gup over the years, or shit over the years, for saying, we'll see you in Game 7, or we will win. But I remember Ewing going into Game 7, we will win. And he has arguably the best, or in the most important game of his life, which is Game 7, Indiana, he has his greatest performance.
in the
22,
in the New
22,
York
24, 7, 5, some crazy
every
stat filling,
blocks, steals,
assists,
yes,
rebounds. He did everything.
in
Scored.
the
He
New
scored. He scores the go-ahead basket.
every bucket we needed for him to hit. Every time we needed a but the Starks missed the putback dunk. Man, come on, bro.
I
Every
rewatched that the other day, Game 7, like a couple of days ago, because I figured we would chat about it. Obviously, leading into Indiana, and a lot of his shots were and ones. Because remember, he used to do that from the left side, that spin off
yeah.
fade, and he gets like, I think 2 or 3 and ones in that game, and he hits the free throws. That's another thing, because he was a weak free throw shooter. He was a 70%, 70 something, in for his career. Playoffs, I think it's somewhere low 70s or something to that effect. Don't quote me on it. But he hits his free throws. He
70% wasn't good back then, though. 70% back then, bro.
That's why we didn't win. That's why we did not win a championship. Because we were horrible free throw shooters,
especially in clutch moments, bro.
Especially in clutch moments, we were not good. We were not good in free throws.
with Reggie Miller. That game you mentioned with Reggie Miller. Remember, Reggie Miller did all of that stuff, and he tied up the game late in the fourth quarter, and they fouled Starks on purpose. And
he fouled Starks on purpose.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. And he
Right.
looked at Spike Lee. He was like, "Spike, I just looked your boys in the eyes, and he ain't there." And Spike is like, "What? What do you mean he ain't there?" And Starks
missed. He goes 1 for 1. No, he hits one.
Nah,
in 94, in 94 hits one. In 95, he misses both.
That's what I'm talking about. 95 is what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes. 95, he misses both.
Yeah, he missed both free throws.
Yeah. And we got the ball after that, and we still couldn't score. Still couldn't do nothing because we were shocked.
Bro, we were
literally, it's kind of the difference between, well, that team went to the finals. Okay. So the year before. But it's kind of the same thing what happened with this team now with Philly. When they give up the 6 or the 7 in 25 seconds, and it looks like dear God, everything is about to come crumbling down. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth, just to kind of go back a little bit. I think you might have called me that next day or whatever. I didn't talk to nobody outside of my mom. I didn't listen to nothing.
Are you serious?
I didn't listen to nothing. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't want to hear nothing. I didn't want to remind nothing. I just moved on from that game. Moved on. That could never happen.
No, you did not.
I even saw you were on that night. I saw you were on because I got the alert. I was like, pretty good. Turn off.
Bro, no, bro. We can't be like that, bro.
I could know nothing. Nothing. Don't text me nothing. I didn't answer nothing. I let that 24 hours just went by. Did my work where I get paid, did my work, and went home and got ready for the next day.
Bro, so I work from home, right? Mm-hmm. So I work from home, and so people, since I work from home, people just think I'm available all day long to talk Knicks. Like, nah, bro, I gotta pay bills around this motherfucker. Bro, people, I gotta pay bills, boss. People texting me all day. I'm like, yeah, I hit you back. Right, but one thing, man, they're just, man, I gotta finish some stuff. They like,
I wasn't even giving people that. I wasn't even giving them that. No,
bro, they like, people was legit like, listen, man, hey, I gotta talk to somebody, bro. I gotta pay bills. No, you want me to get foreclosed on? Or get my lights cut up because you want to talk about Josh Hart missed 2 free throws?
Yeah. My man is calling me as soon as he misses the free throws. And I'm like, dude, you know I'm not answering this phone. Why are you even wasting your energy to dial my number? I'm not answering this phone. I'm not talking about that. I'm not gonna all of a sudden beat up my man. Like someone that I think is, that's all we got just because he missed 2 free throws. I've had it. I've seen it. I've seen Ewing miss 2 free throws
Yeah,
in the key
I've
moment.
seen Jordan miss 2 free throws, bro. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
I'm not gonna do that. But for
Happens.
me, I couldn't do it. I couldn't talk to nobody. No. No,
I
no, no,
saw
no, no,
Larry
no.
Bird miss a free throw in the fourth quarter, and Celtics fans legit were trying to jump off a bridge. How could he dare ever miss a free throw in the fourth quarter? He's human.
It happens. It
It
happens.
happens. Yeah.
It happens.
Some stuff you gotta let go. Sometimes some stuff you gotta let go, man.
But when you're a good free throw shooter, you're gonna make way more than you miss.
Yeah.
That 94 team, they were not good at the free throw line. They weren't good at the free throw line in 93. That's what cost them game 5.
Yep.
But going back again to this Indiana thing, let's fast forward 2 years or 2.5 years. We see them again in 98 when Ewing is coming off of the wrist surgery. Right? We had really no business to be there with them, but I believe it's 3-2. We're in the Garden, if memory serves me correctly, or 3-2 or 3 in the Garden again. Breakaway play in a half court. The ball gets loose. Chris Childs leaves Reggie Miller for that much time.
Yeah.
And that ball rotated to Reggie. It was like how when you build the dominoes and it's perfect and one domino touches or whatever, the pass went boom, 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 hit Reggie in that left corner that he loves so much.
And as soon as you saw the ball going around the perimeter, you knew he was gonna hit that shot.
When it hit his hand, you knew that that's what it was. And he sent us. Well, luckily we were home because he ended our season yet again. So, gosh. Fast forward to 99. We're a better team. Ewing is still not healthy because now Ewing has multiple ailments. Right? I think.
He was washed up, bro.
When does Ewing? I think when does he officially tears the Achilles all the way? I think he tears the Achilles all the way in game. Was it game 2 against Atlanta or game 3 against Atlanta?
I can't remember for sure.
But it's one of those because he's not there, nowhere near the end against Indiana.
Yeah.
And that team without Ewing, with LJ on one leg, and
back.
LJ
was back, elbow, and leg all at one time, and he gutted through it.
And Allen has, his crescendo.
Yeah.
Because his game 6, and I want to talk because I look, there's no bigger Jalen Brunson fan than me. There's no one who's touted him more than me. Is he right? Is he the greatest Knick acquisition and a free agent wise? Fine.
Oh, okay.
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Right?
When you said greatest Knicks acquisition, bro, I was legit about to dissolve into a pool of nothingness.
Well, acquisition.
When you said free agent,
we could have that discussion, versus the Bush.
You remember Bernard King
and Bernard and all that. We can have that discussion, but maybe not for today.
Not for today. Carmelo Anthony, yeah.
But the thing is, and for all the talk that I was hearing at the time, which leads me to this point, is Allen Houston signed his first free agent deal with the Knicks for like 8 years or something to that effect. He basically comes here to take the position of a beloved all-time Knick. Even at that time, John Starks was a beloved all-time Knick.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Allen has his, he doesn't come through in the big moments, and the Miami series and Game 7 and the players and all of that.
Yeah, he played soft. Yeah. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
But he rebounds from that. He doesn't let that those early moments, fans, because remember, him and Starks even had a store together. They even had a telephone store together.
Yeah. Starks is the coolest dude ever, bro.
So people thought that they had beef, but John welcomed him.
Yeah, and he won Sixth Man of the Year.
Yes. John welcomes Allen. John takes the role, wins Sixth Man of the Year. The team does a lot better than they thought they would have, in that 98 without Ewing and da-da-da-da with Oakley and this, that, and the third. They were really scrappy and all of that good stuff. But my point is, Allen never gave up from those early moments, because those early moments when they're booing you because they booed him at the Garden.
Yeah,
it could have broke him.
Yeah,
it really could have broken him, because he's a nice, mild-mannered, heavily into his church and
Christian.
One of those, and he has his greatest moments in '99, starting from Game 5, and he takes us to the finals. So I want to put those out to those national narratives. Brunson is great, love him, no question. But there's been some guys.
Yeah.
We've had a couple.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of pieces along the way that
his signing is better than the Allen Houston signing, though.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, but Allen still got to a finals.
Allen did get to a finals. And he got to 2 conference finals?
He gets back-to-back 99 and 2000. Yes.
Yeah.
And back-to-back conference finals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before the injury set in.
Yeah.
Because the injury set in, he was still a young man when those injuries set in, and it wasn't fair.
It wasn't, but it was that no one really knew about that microfracture. That microfracture surgery was a lot different from the PCL, MCL, whatever. When they started drilling into the knee, because that's when we started. Yeah, we started hearing about microfracture right around Allen Houston. Weber got the microfracture.
You remember Andre Wadsworth from the Jets?
Oh God, jeez Louise.
I'm just saying it because I'm just saying it.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys. Yeah, but that we didn't know about, that all of a sudden they could no longer do what they were supposed to do
because it worked for some, and it didn't work for others.
Yeah, and he lost his lift.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
But salute to Allen. Allen's always been a fan of. I've always been a fan of Allen's. I said,
nicest Knick I ever met in my life, bro. Nicest Knick I ever met in my life, and I see him often, bro. I see him often at Knicks games, bro.
A lifer.
All you got to do is say H2O, bro. He'll turn around and be like, "Hey," you know what I'm saying?
A lifer.
Bro, I saw him. Bro, the crowd was so rowdy in Orlando one night. I guess it was last February or whatever. And we were in Orlando, bro, and we were like, I was like, every time I got ready to say H2O, the Knicks crowd would chant something stupid, right? Right. And so finally, I'm like, because my voice is going, H2O, and he turned around, he like looking in the crowd, and then everybody stand up over me because my knee was hurt, right? Everybody standing up with, and I'm like, he ain't even see me because y'all fools, y'all make me so sick, man. Who didn't know? You know who never acknowledged us on the road? Scott Perry.
Oh boy, I was just about to say Scott Perry.
Scott Perry, bro. I saw Scott Perry.
It's not a Knick.
I saw Scott Perry like
he was an
30 times.
employee. He's not
Yeah,
a Knick. He was an employee. Yeah.
I wish he could have did, bro. We like, yo, Scott Perry, what's up? Now he did talk to Jay Boogie for like 30 minutes, bro. It was me, Rob the Nick, Uncle Fulio, Jay Boogie, and some others. And so he did talk to Jay Boogie for like 30 minutes, bro. But
It probably
I don't
was the
know.
most useless 30 minutes of Jay Boogie's life.
Yeah,
Scott Perry.
Scott Perry
Scott Perry told me nothing.
Scott Perry don't
Nothing.
like he don't like beige people, bro. If
They
you
don't
like
get-
sin, he ain't got time for you. Bro.
Scott ain't told you a damn thing. So Scott, how you well, no.
Scott Perry couldn't point that man to the Waffle House, bro. You like, come on, Scott Perry. And, yeah, and I did enjoy Scott Perry, man. I'm not gonna lie, but you know,
What, his tenure or just hanging out there with them?
no, I like what I thought they were trying to do. Right, I like what I thought they were trying to do, but anyway, Indiana, I'd be surprised if Indiana wins the game in this series, bro.
I'm gonna give them one.
I ain't giving them nothing. They're gonna have to take it.
Okay, they could take one.
I think the Knicks defense, rebounding, and the way that we possess the basketball, all three things play towards Indiana's weaknesses. Right? You're not going to tell me you're going to beat me up on the boards with Miles Turner and Obi Toppin.
Right.
If Obi Toppin and Miles Turner beat us on the board, we deserve to lose.
We deserve to lose.
You know what I'm saying?
We deserve to lose.
And don't tell me, well, you know they have Pascal Siakam. Really? They have three dudes that'll get you 7 rebounds apiece, maybe. Really? They don't have a dominant rebounder. And they're a
small team.
Yeah, and they don't have a dominant shot blocker in the conventional sense. They have a weak side shot blocker like Rasheed Wallace. That's what Miles Turner is. Miles Turner in today's NBA is kind of what Rasheed might have been if he played today. A big that can handle a little bit, shoot the three from range, block your shot from the weak side, but he not get ready to be belly to belly and chest to chest with Jokic blocking Jokic's shot. Nah, it ain't happening.
But right? that's going to be part of their strategy is to definitely spread the floor in the half court when it comes to a half court to try and, make it a team rebounding situation where, our big is away from the court necessarily. And, they can, if they miss gang rebound.
But here's the thing. Will their wing players out rebound our wing players? Will their smalls out rebound our smalls?
If that happens, something really wrong. Yeah. Somebody got hurt. Something really wrong happened because it's just naturally. Don't get. I like Obi. Obi was a nice kid. We never should have drafted him. I'm not even gonna go down this line and so forth. Obi's not a rebounder.
No,
he's a leak out guy
or a shot blocker.
To be on the break or a shot blocker. I mean, he has the ups and the abilities to do some things, but when if he's matched up against, or when he's matched up against Josh Hart, he's going to have a hard time. He's going to have a really hard time because they're going to expect him to rebound or at the very least box out. That's not his game.
Nah, man.
The grit, the dirty, the grind, that's not his game.
Yeah, them Kenny Skywalker types, bro, that's not in their bag, bro. That's not in their bag, bro. Legit, like the Kenny Skywalker type dudes, bro.
Kenny, show up tonight, Kenny. Come out to the garden, show up. Everybody else is showing up. Show up.
I think Kevin McHale got like 30. Kevin McHale got 30 rebounds and 10 blocks against him. Thank you.
That wasn't his game.
You sure you don't want to
it's different. College and the NBA are worlds apart, man. And I was reminded of that I was watching something with I don't know if you remember this cat. You should. Boo Harvey.
Yeah.
Who was
from St. John's.
Yeah. Yes. Somehow, some way he wasn't on the NYC Point Guards documentary, which is just doesn't make any sense. Which doesn't make any sense at all. Any sense at all. But they were talking. It was him and another gentleman. I forget his name. Excuse me. But they were talking about guys that went overseas and the difference when they got to the league and how much they really had. They weren't prepared for the league, but when they went to overseas to Europe and so forth, they got that much better. And one name in particular was Walter Berry.
Yeah.
Walter was like a giant over there. Walter in the NBA was not so much.
A giant.
Not a giant. But over there, he got to work on his game. The things that he wasn't good at coming out of, St. John's and being in the NBA. I remember Walter saying when he first came on the floor, he didn't realize like how big those guys were. And I'm like, but Walter, you're 6'9".
And was big in the chest.
You weren't like thin. You're 6'9", but I guess when you really step on the floor, a big man really, was going to act like a big man. It's different than in college.
Big men were built different though back then.
Yeah.
Like the classic AD, the classic big man. I want people to remember. This is the big man archetype. Michael Thompson. Right. So Michael Thompson was like 6'10", 6'11". Had toothpick legs, right? But shoulders, chest, and arms, you weren't gonna push them. Yo, big man archetype, Terry Cummins. Right? Michael Cage, 6'10", but he was like a little slimmer than Ben Wallace. Right? You were like, yo, how come you just
shoulders were just crazy?
Yeah, you like
Cage's shoulders. I'm like, I've never seen anyone had shoulders that was built look like real coat hangers. He was just like,
man. That man
walked around.
That man
carried it. Yeah.
Carried
it like that.
Yo, I'm telling you, his shoulders was bigger.
Like you could hang luggage. Like you could hang luggage on him. He was just that broad.
Yeah, man. Bro. I'm telling you, bro. No lie, man. Walter Berry. I'm not saying that he was a bad player. I think he would have definitely been a better player in today's era. In today's era, he would have probably been.
The thing is, Freezy, like anything else, no one is gonna wait until you figure it out.
Nah.
Even then, you had more time, but nobody's gonna wait until you get that much better.
Not for first round picks, they not.
No.
Not
first round picks, you may get a little bit more grace because you were a first round pick and they paid you first round money.
Right.
No.
Let me rewind that. What I'm saying about weight on you is you'll still be on a roster, right? But they not getting ready to waste starters minutes on you.
No.
They drafted you in the first round, so you can contribute right away.
You'll get at best 2.5 years. Maybe in today's game, 2.5 years, depending on how far up the ladder you were drafted, at best. And, Walter was one of those, guys that he needed to go, to Europe and so forth and to build his game. But the thing is, a lot of times, there's a lot of good, talented ball players out there that can help a team win a championship.
But because of the expansion era, he would have been all right.
No, what I'm saying is, sometimes once you go off the island, you're off the island forever.
Yeah.
And there's guys that you're watching from the outside, and you're going, "I'm better than him.
Yep.
I'm better than him. I'm better than him. I'm better than him. Why am I not getting a shot?"
Right.
And that's the fine line in professional sports. You think you're that hot, and then bam, another graduating class is happening. You understand? And you're no longer that guy. And that happened with Walter. And so many others. But let's get back to our Indiana, theme here. Give me a key matchup in this series here, Freezy.
There are no key matchups, bro. We went in 4, bro. Go to TripAdvisor and book your tickets for Boston, bro. What are we talking about?
We go to Boston. When are we? No. Okay, since you're having this talk, when are we having the official live Blonde Tears old school? We gotta pull up, Freezy. No,
Bro,
we got to.
so,
I'll even pull up in Boston. I don't give a damn.
but yeah, bro, yeah, man, bro. Listen, man. So we trying to put something together so that all of us can. We need to coordinate. We got to coordinate, right? So we got to coordinate. That's the thing. So we're working on trying to get things
Uh-huh.
planned so that we can all be in the same place at the same time. You and I, Boulevard, Knicks for Life, Chuck Allen,
Mm-hmm.
Free Keith, GI, Otherwise, King Ribby,
Mm.
Greeny from LI, everybody. Greeny from LI legit is like family to us, bro. Like my wife loves his wife, bro, or likes his wife, right? Likes his wife a lot. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that has something to do with, when you bring the baby around, bro. When like the empty nesters like us, you know how you bring a baby around, everybody's like, oh, and you like, what y'all want to eat? And everybody, all the adults is like, well, what the baby want to eat?
What the baby want to eat?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like you about to eat some applesauce too.
Yeah, like 7 adults about to eat applesauce because the baby want. The 7 adults about to go to Chuck E. Cheese because the baby want to go to Chuck E. Cheese. But anyway,
Oh my God, yes.
man. Listen, man. Indiana, this is how, in my mind, this is what's going to look like. Indiana's going to come out and try to establish something, try to punch us in the mouth, right? And they may do it. They may jump out to like an 8-point lead, and what we'll do is we'll reel them in. We'll reel them in because we want to see what strategy they deploy. Once we reel them in, we ain't never looking back, bro. Because they're not gonna make Jalen Brunson turn the ball over, live ball turnovers. That's not happening. We don't turn the ball over. We don't give teams fast breaks like that, right? The other thing is they're not gonna beat us up on the boards. They're not gonna out rebound the Knicks, right? And for all the Reggie Miller talk, Chuck Person talk, Austin Crochet, all this talk, bro. And they're not a great 3-point shooting team. And they're not going to do that against us. And if they do fall into the trap of 3-pointers and missing, that gives us the opportunity to grab rebounds and run, right? And so what they don't want to do is give a team that's hard to score on a 15-point lead.
Yes.
Right? They don't want to do that. That's like being down 20-0 to a Bill Parcells defense, right? You know there's no coming back, right? And so I think what Indiana will probably do is try to get chippy and try to get us outside of our element. But surprise,
I can't see them doing that though. I can't see Indiana doing that.
Bro, you didn't watch the Milwaukee series? That's what they did in Milwaukee.
I mean, Milwaukee lost their best players. You know what I mean?
You didn't see them throwing punches at each other, bro?
I paid a little bit of attention to it. I paid more attention, to be honest. I paid more attention to Minnesota because
it's more exciting, right?
I think, well, coming into it, I said that they were going to sweep Phoenix. Coming into it, because I could see that Phoenix was, they were ready to go home. They're tired of each other. And Ant-Man was just his coming out party. He's on another level right now.
Another level, bro.
He's on a real another level right now, and he is reveling in that. He revels in that bad guy role. Oh my God! If there's anybody that's supposed to be he's supposed to be the villain. He's supposed to be the villain because he's good at it. He loves it, and it's not out of bounds, But when he did that final move on them, and he got that step into the lane, and he rose, and KD saw him in full. KD did a KD did a turn away. That man is 22 years old, And this is just the beginning
And it's
for
just the
him.
beginning.
It's just the beginning for him. He is just. I mean, he made me. I didn't think they were going to take game one from Denver, but I figured they would win one. And if there was one to win, would be game one. And again, he dropped what 43, 44
Yeah.
against
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Denver's in trouble. Denver could be in trouble.
Bro, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna say it like this. And Bo Ismail, I see you. Bo Ismail says, can't sleep on the Pacers, and the Pacers are a lot deeper than we think. Bo, I see you, bro. Relax, bro. Chill out, bro. Yo, you ain't gonna tell me no cat name. You ain't gonna tell me no dude named Ben Shepherd. You're ready to come out here and hurt the. I'm sorry, bro. You ain't gonna tell me about no Jalen Smith. No, man, Sticks might make a difference against us. Really, against us, we digging up
You
dead
might, as well,
bodies.
you might as well bring out the one black guy stick some happy days.
Yeah, yeah. Meet him at Al's.
Not happening. Not
And
happening.
no, there is no scenario. There is no scenario
I
where
don't see it. I don't
somebody
see it.
told me the key matchup was going to be TJ McConnell against they were like don't sleep on TJ McConnell, right? I can't remember who told me that, but then I was thinking, bro, really when you start digging up dead bodies of dudes that are non-factors of whatever, it's just fear, bro. It's just like just being scared, bro.
No. And that's not this
I think was
team.
it Corey Lee? I think it might have been. I think it was like Lee or somebody. It might have been. It may
Lee?
have been Woodshed.
Was
I think it might have been Woodshed.
Was it pre Cold Duck or after Cold Duck?
Of course,
It's
it's after. Of course, it's after Cold Duck because you don't say stuff like that unless you 50. You don't say stuff like that unless you 50.
Well, it was after Cold Duck. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
God. No, we're not sleeping. And that's not this team. This team is not. I was talking to somebody the other day and I was giving Tibbs his just due. And I was like, here's a leader for you, right? And I said, the Knicks could have easily fell into that soft seat 3. And nobody would have blamed them because at the time the talk was, oh, Philly's not a real 7. Yeah. And if he did that, Freezy, he might have lost the team. Right? Because up until that very moment, all he's done has been pedal to the metal. Josh Hart, you played 48. You may have to play 54.
Yeah.
Okay? That's just how this is going. And if he had settled for that right there, he might have lost the respect of the team. Team might have been looking at him like, so what? Like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So I wanted to give Tibbs his personal props for just staying that course, right? And not doing what some people want you to do because the talk is now you can't play 7. You gotta play 9. You gotta play. Where are you finding 9?
Knicks fans crazy. Knicks fans get bizarro sometimes.
You got a good 8. Right? You got a good 8, maybe you could sprinkle in something, but where are you finding 9 every night that's going to be effective to what he wants to do?
In the playoffs. Knicks fans reach a lot of times. Like instead of us talking about basketball, they talk about and I'm criticizing Knicks fans. I love them. I'm criticizing them because I love them. Right? But Knicks fans do this thing, man, where when we're good, they find reasons to make the other team look better than us. But for what reason? Right?
Salivating for guys outside the organization during the playoffs. Like, you bet, right. Like, don't be sending me no bullshit about this one and that one and this one wants to come to New York. Who Who the hell told you that there was a vacancy in the inn?
Right. We gotta relax, bro. On
Gotta
CJ,
relax.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta relax.
I mean, come on, bro. Some of this stuff, like for instance, in my mind, I'll be honest with you. I thought the second most talented team in the Eastern Conference was the Philadelphia 76ers. That's what I thought, right? All year, well, not all year, but I felt like they were the team that could have the most flexible roster. They could shoot you out of the gym with a three-pointer. They had athletic wings. They had a big that was MVP caliber. They had a point guard that can get 30 anytime he felt like it. They had a championship level coach, and they had a general manager that was willing to make a trade on the spot. Right? I feared Philadelphia, right? In that sense, right? That's why going into the series, I was like, nah, beat Philadelphia and put the pressure on them because historically, and I'm talking about going all the way back to before Wilt, historically, Philadelphia has been a franchise that when you put the pressure on them, they'll crumble. That's who they've always been. They've always been that, bro. Always. Right? And this is not a small sample size. I'm talking about this is going back to way before AD and I were even born. Right? When our pops and them was like in junior high, Philly was choking in crucial games. Right? And so I knew if you put pressure on Philly, their crowd, their fan base would put so much pressure on them that they would fold because that's what they do. Right? They don't put pressure on the other team. They put pressure on their team. And their team will fold because it's too much of a bear to carry. Right? And so knowing that and how we beat Philadelphia in games 1 and 2, it gave me confidence to think, bring on Boston. I don't care about nobody else. Right? Bring on, because if you can beat Philly with Joel Embiid, right? If you could beat Philly with Joel Embiid healthy, and nobody's gonna, and people not gonna tell me Joel Embiid wasn't healthy, right? Because this performance, his playoff performance against us,
averaging 35. Man, it's averaging 35 and 10 or 11.
Right, the man got a triple-double in a game in the playoffs
and a 50-pointer. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear
nothing about Philly wasn't healthy,
nah,
bro. I don't want to hear it, bro. The fact of the matter is they were a really good team that lost their best player. Their best player came back and they were back healthy. Right? And the Knicks, a better team, beat Philly, who may have on paper looked like the better team. That's as honest of an assessment as you can make it. Right? That's it. Philly to me was like Denver without Jokic, right? And then Jokic comes back healthy, and you know what I'm saying? That's what they look like to me. Right? So us beating Philly in the way that we did, I don't care. No, but y'all not gonna talk to me about no Indiana. You're not ready to pump fear in me. Oh, Uncle Freezy, you need to be afraid of Indiana. Man, I don't give a shit about no Indiana.
No disrespect to Indiana.
And man,
they had a good season. They got some good pieces over there, but no, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be.
They were in the lottery last year, bro. They were a lottery team for 3 years.
And kudos to them because they built something. Remember this: Indiana historically has been known as Nap City.
Right.
When players go there, they already know they're gonna get a good night's rest.
Yeah, no club.
Right?
We ain't grabbing.
Ain't nothing to do.
Yeah.
Right? Nap City. I didn't name it that. That's traditionally was the name for Indiana. Right?
Yeah.
So they were able to build something in a short period of time by, having some nice, smart guys in there. The Siakam move, excellent.
Right.
Trading Halliburton for your starting center, double excellent.
Double A+.
right? They've made some nice moves that's gotten them here. That being said, they're
They're
not
a
a.
they're a lottery team ahead of schedule, bro. That's it.
I think they may be well because because once you trade for Siakam, you're no longer a lottery team. Or at
No,
least you shouldn't be. Not when you got Siakam and Halliburton.
right,
No.
right. They're just basically what they did was they were a lottery team, right? That was getting out of the lottery. They saw the injuries to Embiid, Zach Levine, Trey Young, all these teams, bro. All these teams, bro. When you look at the Eastern Conference, bro, when you look at the Eastern Conference, I don't even think Indiana is going to be in this position next year, right? I think Philly's going to bounce back if they're healthy. I honestly think Miami is going to bounce back if they're healthy, right?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know
Yeah,
about that.
yeah,
They've been even before this latest thing with Jimmy and his nonsense that even the president has to scold you and tell you to shut up, right?
AD, AD, they were in the NBA Finals last year, bro. We got to
I
relax.
I know that, Freezy, and I'm never disrespecting them, but here's the thing. Outside of the Jimmy Butler acquisition, what acquisitions have they made that people, when we talk about players that are on the move, what other moves have they made outside of drafting? They really haven't.
They really
Rozier,
haven't.
this
Yeah.
past year, they really haven't. And that's been a long, long time. So unless you're saying they're not going back to the lottery this year, so unless you're saying that they're going to be out there in free agency and pulling guys, they haven't done that.
AD, think about this, bro. Pascal Siakam is a free agent, unrestricted,
Mm-hmm.
right? Right. And teams are moving around money right now or preparing to move around. For instance, Philadelphia has Tobias Harris's contract, Nicholas Batum's contract coming off the books, right? If you're Pascal Siakam and Indiana says, "Hey man, we're going to offer you the max," but Philly is like, "Yeah, we're going to offer you the max that we could offer." Is there even a question that Pascal Siakam is going to sign with Philadelphia?
Well, Nick Nurse is there. I get what you're saying, but
Not
I'm gonna
Joel
throw,
Embiid. Joel Embiid is there.
no, you're right.
Tyrese
But
Maxey is there.
I'm gonna throw something in there on you. Sports franchises, they follow what's the latest trend, right? If and when the Knicks win the championship this year, there is only one real superstar on the team. Every other piece are pieces that fit around him.
Right.
You'll start having organizations think, well, you know what? Maybe we don't need a big three. Maybe we don't need to have to suck the life out of our cap with three players when the Knicks didn't do that,
Right. Right.
and they got Randall on the men.
But here's the thing, AD. Here's the thing with the big three thing. Like, and I want to parse participles when it comes to the big three thing. Right. The big three thing doesn't work when you add big three scorers. Right. Now, when you add big three talents, it always works. Right. Because the one thing a championship level team is gonna need to be a championship team is talent. Right. And when you have now think about this when you add big three scorers, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant, what are these dudes gonna do when they don't have the ball? Now you got to add role players, right? But in the case of dudes like a Pascal Siakam, right? A dudes that have things like a Pascal Siakam type, where Joel Embiid is going to get hurt, right? You know this. You already know that. We don't have to. He's a big
Right.
man on the wrong side of 30,
Right.
right? You're gonna have to save him for the playoffs. You gotta go. You gotta go get you a Pascal Siakam type, right? I give you another example. Give you another example. If you're a team like Dallas and you get steamrolled by OKC, right? Say Dallas gets steamrolled by OKC, right? Do you stay pat with your roster, or do you see if you can bring in a Pascal Siakam? And I know they have PJ Washington, but we got to relax. PJ Washington is not under any circumstances Pascal Siakam. Under no circumstance, right? If you thought, and this is just overall NBA, right? If you thought what PJ Washington gave Dallas was something, imagine if Pascal Siakam is in that role, right? When you face off against an OKC, a Minnesota, a Denver, you know what I'm saying? These type of, you got to think about Indiana, bro. Indiana is not going to be what. Think about what big time free agent have you ever seen sign in Indiana?
They don't, but what they have is that they have their bird rights. They have his bird rights. So that will go a far way, and he may be comfortable there.
You know what bird rights means? Bird rights means mumbo jumbo to the random NBA fan, right? Because here's the thing. When you are,
it's not mumbo jumbo to him because he knows it. That means a lot more money.
No, that means the potential for a lot more money.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
That means the potential for a lot more money. But if you're Pascal Siakam at 28, 29, whatever you are, if you take a 4-year deal for max money somewhere else, you can get another max contract at 33, right? But if you take the Indiana contract for 5 years and you hit free agency at age 34, nobody's looking to offer you. Nobody's giving a max contract to a 34-year-old. Nobody.
I agree with you, Freezy, but
that's what I'm saying. I just want to clarify the bird rights thing. The bird rights thing is what the pundits offer the fan bases so that we can think. It's fear mongering. Bro, I'm telling you,
but that's realistic though. That's real, Freezy. When you're talking about necessarily losing 50 to 70, 75 to 100 million dollars because of taking, what a team can only give you, you have to sit back and go, well, how do I really want to, let me do Scooby Doo.
Nah, but you can't think about it like that. You can't think about it like that with the great players. That's for the random players. The random players need guaranteed money. The stars of the league would hit free agency every 3 years if you let them. Right? Because that means they get to hit free agency every 3 years and increase their salary scale. Right? Because the 5th year in Indiana with Pascal Siakam is not going to be the same amount of money as the first year of a new contract with another team. You feel me? It's like if you gave, I'll give an example. The contract that Paul George signed 4 years ago with the Clippers, right? So he signed a contract or whatever, and I think it's like 40 million or whatever in the last year. Right? You think Paul George would want a 5th year at 42 million when his dudes out here legit making 53 million? Nah, that's not how money works, bro. You want to cash in as many times as you want. I mean, you got legit talents like Siakam. You want to cash in as many times at free agency as you want at the highest value so you can keep raking in the bread. Offering that man a 5th year for 10% more than the 4th year is not going to equal the first year of a brand new contract with a team that wants you in free agency. That's why teams value free agency. That's why they want to get there, bro.
Okay. I mean, it's, hey, your comfortability is one thing, Freezy. And another thing is you don't just have point guards like Halliburton just on every team. So you have to weigh that into account as well as far as who's getting you the ball.
I think are we guaranteeing that Siakam's coming back with Indiana is basically what I'm getting at.
I don't think so. I don't think you can guarantee that. But
You can't guarantee
I mean,
anything, right?
it's a nice. It's looked like a nice situation for him from Toronto so far. But
Yeah. I mean,
but
but of course, because it's the honeymoon,
but
right?
either way, let's be the ones that separate the relationship. Let's beat them so bad that Siakam goes, you know what? I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm
Right.
out of here. I am
Right.
out of here.
Yeah.
This is not what I thought it was going to be,
Right.
But anyway, Freezy, let's leave it out right there, sir. Because we
So
have
what you gonna do about dinner, bro? You got dinner plans before the game?
No, it is time to get into win mode. Time to lock in.
Bro. I'm just saying, man. Bachelors
Time to
can't eat
lock
hot
in.
pockets, bro. Bachelors can't eat hot pockets, bro. It's something. One of the ladies got to come through with a plate. I don't know how
I
to feel.
started this Bachelor Life shit again, Freezy. What the hell?
Yeah, bro, I've been with I legit have been with the same lady for 30 years, so I can say stuff like that.
Absolutely. Congratulations again.
It was shout out to all the ladies from the Bahamas. Hey, Miss Mocha, how you say their name? The Bahamadians, the people from the Bahamas. She said, "Oh Lord, oh Lord."
Salute to you and Miss Mocha. 30 years, that's no joke. I wish you
30
nothing
years.
more.
That's a long time, bro.
No less than 30 more, Freezy.
Man, appreciate it. Hey, everybody, we legit are gonna be on Playback TV. Come check us out on Playback TV. Salute to my man Rel. Rel talked to me about that, man. Salute to Rel for sharing that info with us. We're trying to expand some things, get into some different.
I know Rel is happy right about now, boy. Dallas looking like something, Rel. Dallas is definitely looking like something.
Yeah, they gonna mess around and sign Pascal Siakam and be legit contenders for real.
They're contenders now. They're contenders right now. Right now. Right now, Freezy. Right now. They are. They made some nice moves. I don't know if Rel liked them or not, but the Gafford, the Washington, they all of a sudden Dallas plays defense.
All of a sudden, it's because of Derek Lively, bro. I swear, I wish we'd have got Derek Lively, bro.
They made some nice moves, and Kyrie is focused.
Kyrie is focused, but that don't mean he'll be focused next year. Historically, that's how he is.
So. We in the here and the now, but we don't know where this journey started, but we know where it ended. It ended with you, the Knicks fans. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you for watching.
In the whirlwind, Garvey.
Playback TV, Lawrence Tears. Yeah, I know the deal. Peace, everybody. Oh, wait a minute. I can't say peace without the joint. Peace, everybody. Yeah. Look out your window. Knicks fans is on your block. Y'all know the Knicks run the city. Pull them shades back. Look out your window. Look down there on the block. That's Knicks fans right there. It's about that time. It's about that time of the week where you get ready for your work week with a man that is so smooth he does not require a chaser. Your main man, the real Anthony D.